政府法案。
Government Bills, First Reading. Inland Revenue Amendment Tax Concessions and Two-Tier Standard Rates Bill 2024. Dutiable Commodities Amendment Bill 2024. Second Reading. Secretary for Financial Services and the Treasury. Deputy President, I move the second reading of the Inland Revenue Amendment Tax Concessions and Two-Tier Standard Rates Bill 2024. The bill aims to implement the two proposals in the 2024-25 budget, including the implementation of a two-tier standard rates regime for salaries tax and tax under personal assessment, as well as one-off tax reduction measures. The bill also implements the measures announced in the 2023 policy address, increasing the deduction ceiling amounts for home loan interest and domestic rents for taxpayers living with newborns. The two-tier standard rates regime for salaries tax and tax under personal assessment is proposed in the budget based on the affordable users pay principle. The bill sets out the details of the two-tier standard rates regime, that is from the year of assessment 2024-25, in calculating the amount of salaries tax and tax under personal assessment and standard rates for taxpayers. The first $5 million of their net income will continue to be subject to the standard rate of 15%. While the portion of their net income exceeding $5 million will be subject to the standard rate of 16%. We estimate the measure will increase government revenue by $905 million per annum and affect around 11,700 taxpayers, only accounting for 0.6% of the relevant taxpayers. Even with the above two-tier standard rates regime, our effective tax rate is still lower than that in other advanced economies. In view of some industries and citizens still under economic pressure and the government's fiscal position, the budget also proposes a one-off reduction of profit tax, salaries tax, and tax under personal assessment for the year of assessment 2023-24 by 100%, subject to a ceiling of $3,000 per case. The bill takes forward the relevant concession arrangements and will benefit 2.06 million taxpayers liable to salaries tax and tax under personal assessment, as well as 160,000 businesses liable to tax. This measure will cost the government $5,531 million in 2024-25. Last but not least, the bill also amends some provisions of the Inland Revenue Ordinance to take forward the measure of increasing the deduction ceiling amounts for home loan interest and domestic rents for taxpayers living with newborns as announced in the 2023 policy address. Specifically, from the year of assessment 2024-25, if taxpayers meet certain prescribed conditions, taxpayers can claim an additional deduction allowance of $20,000 on top of the basic deduction ceiling amount of $100,000. The additional deduction ceiling amount can be claimed for a maximum of 19 years of assessment. The prescribed conditions are: 1. The taxpayer resides with his child in Hong Kong for a specified period of time. 2. The child was born on or after the 25th of October 2023 and is under the age of 18 at any time during the year of assessment. 3. The amount of home loan interest paid or the qualifying rental amount paid is larger than the basic deduction ceiling amount. 4. The taxpayer elects in writing to claim both the basic and additional deduction ceiling amounts. It is estimated that government revenue will be reduced by $5.6 million in the first year of implementation of the measure. The revenue forgone will gradually go up to $106 million per annum for the 19th year after implementation and beyond. President, we have already issued papers to the Council to explain the details of the bill. The IRD has also introduced the relevant measures with examples on its website for taxpayers' reference. The two-tier standard rates regime under the bill will increase government revenue, while the one-off tax reduction measures and an increase in deduction ceiling amounts for home loan interest and domestic rents will ease the burden of taxpayers. I hope members will support the bill to give immediate effect to the relevant measures. I so submit. Thank you, Deputy President. I now propose the question to you that the aforesaid bill be read the second time. In accordance with the rules of procedure, the second reading debate is adjourned and the bill is referred to the House Committee.
醫務委
Secretary for Health.